On the water in Chestermere this morning, has managed to stay dry so far, and he's learning the rules on the water and who gets the right of way. Mike?
Exactly. We'll talk about the right of ways in a few moments, but first, Jill, you know what? I'm a gadget guy, right? I got to find all the technology stuff. Take a look at this. This boat is tricked out. Martin Motorsports lent us this boat this morning. Take a look at this touchscreen. Not only shows your speed, but you can load certain profiles, and you can also hook up an Xbox, and you can play video games out here. That's pretty amazing. But we're not playing video games this morning.
Driving.
No, not while you're driving. We are talking about boat safety this morning. Cam Taylor with BoatSmart joining us. Okay, video games and all that kind of stuff aside, there are a lot of things you have to pay attention to. We have our safety gear here. I'm behind the wheel. And you know what? I'm going slow only because cameraman Nick's in the front. I do want to give it a little bit of gas, but we've got to be a bit careful. It's a bit choppy out here. When it comes to right-of-ways, what do I need to know?
You got to make sure you know the rules. So we were talking earlier about how it's going to be busy this long weekend. You know, there's tons of traffic out in the water. You want to make sure that you're actually confident in the rules. So there's certain right-of-way rules that apply when you're operating a powered boat. You're going to learn those when you go through that BoatSmart course online. It's a couple of the basic ones. When you're heading head-on approach with another power boat, you're both going to actually yield to starboard, which is the right side. So head-on approach, you're going to yield to the right. If another power boat is approaching you from the starboard side, which is your right side, they have the right of way. If they're approaching from the port side, which is your left side, you have the right of way. Okay. But non-powered boats like canoes and kayaks are different.
Okay, so that gets into a whole other ball of wax. What happens when you're approaching a non-motorized?
So non-motorized, if you're in a motorized boat like we are today in this Mastercraft, you're approaching a canoe, kayak, stand-up paddleboard, a non-motorized craft, you have to yield right of way no matter what. Steer well clear. A lot of those are smaller boats. They can tip easily with your wake. So steer well clear of those boats. And again, those are the navigation rules. You've also got to worry about marker buoys on certain bodies of water. So that's the stuff that you're going to learn when you go through that BoatSmart course.
So non-motorized, almost think of them as pedestrians.
That's
Always
right.
have the right of way no matter where you are.
Absolutely.
Okay, now what are the rules when it comes to alcohol on boats? Because we all know you're not supposed to drink in boats, but if you are anchored, are you allowed to have alcohol in a boat?
It's a great question. So we get this question a lot. If you're anchored, you're at the dock, you're at anchor, and your boat has kitchen, sleeping, and bathroom facilities, so it's like your home, you can consume alcohol. You can't obviously drive once you've consumed, but if you don't have those things, so we're in this boat that doesn't have those things, doesn't matter if we're at the dock, we can't have open alcohol in this boat. So the fines are significant, and it's important to note that if you do drink alcohol on the boat, which you shouldn't be doing, the effects are up to 4 times greater on the water than when drinking alcohol on land, just because the motion of the boat, the sun, the wind, the waves.
Okay, so you definitely would not be drinking in this boat, even if it was parked. But, you know what? I'm going to see if I can find an Xbox, and maybe we'll be playing video games a little bit later, Jill. Let's see how fast this thing goes. Oh, there we go.
Oh, kick it up.
Yeah.
And that's how our gadget guy goes boating, with an Xbox and navigating all those gadgets. Thanks very much, Mike.